The response to life events is what creates the results that we all get. I was just actually on a podcast this morning, and I was being interviewed by a host, and we were actually speaking primarily on mindset and the challenges that we all face as entrepreneurs. And he pulled up an article that I wrote. It had to be like 2 years old on my LinkedIn, and it was labeled Events Plus Reaction Equals Results. And he said, I really like this article because it simplifies how each of us can respond better or be able to create better results in our lives. Because it's inevitable that we're going to consistently be faced with challenges, especially if we're trying to accomplish big things. And it was a perfect timing. I said, this is perfect time because I literally just had a conversation with my wife because we just most recently went through an event or a challenge. And it's actually felt like it was like one of those weeks where like things just constantly kept happening. Things in business, and then my wife gets injured, and then I had a really bad trip traveling and speaking at an event. And then, you walk outside and the tire, I can't make this stuff up. And then our tire was punctured and flat, and now we can't drive the car. And really what I did is I went to a pity party. And it took me about 2 days to get out of it in full transparency. Because, look, I was playing a victim. And this victim mentality was a paradigm that was built into me as a child. It was how my parents responded to things. It was how the people that I surrounded myself with when I was a child responded to things. It was, most of the time, it was said to be somebody else's fault and not theirs. And I remember last night sitting on the couch, and I just had to come to, and I went to my wife and I said, all right, I gave myself permission to be in a pity party for the last 2 days. But now it's time for me to do something about it. It's time for me to snap out of the current challenge that I'm facing, my current reaction to the events that happened. Because my reaction to that event was causing me to consistently stay in this turmoil. And I started to see everything as being negative. I wonder if you've been in that position before, or you've just constantly then seen things that are negative. So I wish I could go back in time and write the article differently, because it would say event plus response equals results. Because my reaction to the situation wasn't good, and I knew if I responded differently to the event that I would have had a better results. It's more of a proactive mentality to the challenges that I face. Instead of being reactive, it's more being responsive, and that would change the results. So immediately after I had that conversation with my wife on the couch, I went into a completely different mindset. And as of this morning, I already proactively made choices and started really working on the projects that I needed to work on in order to produce better results. The pity party only got me so far. And in full transparency, if that event happened to me 2 years ago, it probably would have took me 5 days. So I am still making progress here when it comes to my reactiveness. So I encourage you, as somebody that is consistently facing challenges, whether it's family, your W-2, your current real estate business, or you want to build a real estate business, it's how you respond to the things in life that make the biggest difference in results. So I encourage you to learn from the mistakes that I have made here today, and encourage you to be able to be more self-aware of when an event happens, to shift your perspective from reaction to responding, so that way you can get back to the actual action items that will get you further along in life, rather than staying in a not a very good place. I don't even know how else to describe it. In just a not good place. I actually described more about my beginning story and how I actually went through some of these responses to life's events in our first Real Estate on Your Terms bestselling author book, Real Estate on Your Terms. You can go ahead and grab that free book at wickedsmartbooks.com. and go ahead and grab that. We'll ship it out to you for free. And I hope that story encourages you to go ahead and respond to life versus react.